What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today in this video, guys, I want to show you guys a bunch of different strategies. Actually, no, it's just 3 different strategies you guys can use on Fantom to go gangbusters. Yeah, guys, I know. It's time to get out that nah, dude. It's Drake's. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Drake's is actually a restaurant. Oh, but yeah, Drake's. That's where it's at, baby. They got some good chicken. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and talk about a couple of different strategies you guys can use on Fantom. How I'm actually using these strategies to accumulate coins. You know, that's what you guys want to get. So let's go ahead and start with the very first one. This is called Tomb Finance. A lot of you guys know about Tomb Finance, but I like to use Tomb Finance as a arbitrage opportunity. Now, Tomb is supposed to be pegged to 1 Fantom. Now, a lot of people go by this and they're like, oh, well, wait, it's trading at 1.01 Fantom. What the snap? This is my point exactly. This thing will trade at 0.96 per Fantom, or it'll even trade at 1.04 or even more. But what I like to do is arbitrage with this. And what I'll do is I'll actually take the Fantom token and buy Tomb when it's under peg, and the reverse. So when Tomb is over peg, like 1.01, this would be a time to sell the Tomb. I'm not saying in general, like if you're compounding back and forth, it's probably best to break your LPs and go about it that way. I mean, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. There's different strategies that you can take in this. Me personally, I have a bag that is automatically compounding. When I say automatically, I have it staked in the vaults, and every day or so I'll go in there and I will stake the T-share to earn more Tomb. And yes, I have a vault set up where it will compound the 2 and then it will redeposit them for me automatically. I like to use Taro because Taro only charges 1%, whereas Reaper Farm and Grim Finance, well, Grim was hacked, they charge a bit more. Yes, I do still have some on Reaper Farm to diversify the risk, but it always helps to have a auto compounder. Now back to the strategy. What I do is I take this Tomb token and I will swap it on Spooky Swap. Let me show you what Spooky Swap looks like. You guys can see here, if I had 1,000 Tomb, I can swap this into 1,012 Fantom. So there's my arbitrage. I can arbitrage and get 12 extra Fantom. And now when this goes below peg, this 112 Fantom will now buy me, let's say for example, Tomb is trading at 0.99, this will allow me to get 1,024 Tomb. And now what will happen is I take the 1,024 Tomb that I now have. When it goes above peg, now I can get 1,037 Fantom. And it will arbitrage between pegs, especially when the market is volatile. Like yesterday, I literally saw this at 0.96 or 0.97 per Fantom. And now it's already 1.01. So basically overnight, you would just get a free almost 4 to 5%. So basically you're increasing your bag by 4 or 5% in one day. Now factor that out into APRs. Oh dude, that's like, I don't know, 400 or 500% APR. That is nuts and ham. That is crazy. And that's APR. APY, that's going to put you at, I don't know, multiple thousands. So you can't even calculate it. But just trading the ARB is a great opportunity. Now I'm going to get my ADHD notes out just so you guys can follow along with me. But as you can see, arbing Tomb. This was the very first strategy. Now the risks with this, of course, it loses peg. There's a chance that it may not ever go back above peg, or it may just consistently lose it. Yes, that is a chance that you are, or that is a risk that you're taking on. Now, the second is contract risk. This isn't specifically in the ARB opportunity of trading back and forth, but mainly the contract risk of the Tomb platform, because you're depending on the Tomb Finance token, at least that the smart contracts are sane and good and not vulnerable to hacks. Because if they were hacked or exploited, well then your token is definitely going to lose peg. So that is another risk you want to keep in mind. Now the second strategy I want to talk about is using wrapped Fantom in Yearn Finance and using that on, or getting a loan against it on Abracadabra Money or My Finance. Why is this awesome? Well, this is where self-repaying loans come into place. If we go over to Yearn Finance, you can see right here, you can deposit wrapped Fantom into this vault and earn 69% APY. Wow, what the snap. 54% on Bitcoin. That's amazing. But anyways, what you're going to be doing is this Fantom that you have inside this vault, it's going to be earning 69% APY. Now, what you can do with this Fantom is you can now come over to My Finance and you can actually get a loan for free, like for free, no charges. A lot of people talk about Abracadabra money. Abracadabra money is not bad. I like Abracadabra money as well. But basically, if you go to their vaults, they do charge you a 2% fee per year in both of these vaults, both Abracadabra and My Finance. They charge a 0.5% fee upon repayment. So if you borrow $1,000, it's going to take $5 from you. That's just the 0.5% fee. It's the same thing with My Finance. But I don't know. It's never going to load for here. But most of you guys have seen what Abracadabra money looks like. Some of these vaults are either open on Abracadabra or they're open on My Finance. Right now you can see there's about $644,000 that are able to be withdrawn. I'm going to be dropping this video in Discord first. So hopefully by the time this video is public, maybe it'll still be out there. If not, hey, it is what it is. So again, to reiterate the strategy, what you're going to do is go on Yearn Finance. You're going to deposit wrap Fantom into this vault. And basically it's just like depositing into a compounding vault. So when you, I'm going to shrink my face, it's too big. And when you deposit into this vault, you're going to automatically earn the APY that is displayed. Now, as you can see, this literally changes that fast. This is now showing and reflecting a 9%. I believe this is a UI glitch because you can see the APR is 13%, and typically when you compound, it should be higher unless it's auto compounding in the vaults and it's actually costing more to borrow. Yes, that is always a possibility. But the point is now that we are lending out on wrap Fantom, we now have these yield-bearing assets. You can come over to Abracadabra Money or My Finance, and you can open up this vault right here, the Yearn Fantom vault. And when you create the vault, it'll allow you to borrow against it. So as you can see here, this is kind of what a vault will look like. And you deposit tokens, and you can come over here and say, hey, I want to borrow this much mine. And you want to make sure this collateral to debt ratio is not super low. Because once you hit to 135, you are liquidated and you lose all the deposit that's in there, and whatever or whatever you borrowed, that is what you have. Now, something else important to keep in mind that you need to manage this position from time to time because the price of the token is going to fluctuate. And this is based on the Yearn Vault Fantom, not the actual Fantom price. And it'll display the prices for you there so you guys can read it and understand. What's interesting about My is they're currently paying you right now in order to borrow, which is always cool. Now that is mainly the strategy on there because now you can go take these stable coins, you can deposit them into a vault like Taro, or you can go buy more Fantom, or you can even use Abracadabra to lever up the position. Keep in mind there are risks involved with this. I'll show you guys the risks on here. First, you have liquidation. This is if you lever up too hard, and even if you are just not even levering up much at all, you just aren't managing your position. Say for example, Fantom goes way down, well, your position can get completely, utterly liquidated. You also have smart contract risk. There are a lot of smart contracts involved in this, and there is a chance that some of the vaults can be hacked. Now you're also depending on Yearn for the APRs. As we saw literally midstream, this went from 69% to 9%. Yes, that changes that fast. Next, you also have slippage on the stables. Say you borrow MIM or you borrow My token. When you take these tokens and you try to swap it for USDC or DAI on Curve, there's a chance that there is very high slippage. Because typically what people will do is they borrow these coins and they're selling them as well. So if I press red, you press red, we all press red, what's going to happen is that token's going to go down. That's typically why you see these borrowing tokens, especially when people are in degen mode, are selling at way below what they should be. And when I say way below, I mean, for example, like My Finance will trade at like 99 cents instead of $1. And the opposite is true. When everyone's trying to repay their loans, everyone's buying MI and they're buying MIM, so they actually trade overprice. So your debt is actually denominated in the token that you're borrowing. So that is something important to understand. Because when the cascading liquidation event comes, you are going to have to pay extra for those tokens if you don't have them on hand. Now, lastly, I want to talk about using stables on Fantom to accumulate those coins you're bullish on. I'm bullish on several coins on Fantom, and I like to use the stables as my weapon for doing this. So if you go over on Taro, you can actually deposit some stables into Taro, and you can actually farm the Taro token. As you can see here, you can get some of the taters by depositing some stables and leveraging them up. Yes, you do have to leverage them, but the reason why I like using the stables is because typically, most of the time, they try to, most of the time, maybe, not always, but for the most part, they try to stay stable around 1. And you can earn 37% APR in the Taro token. Also, the stables will be earning swap fees. So that is something important to understand as well. Now, what's interesting about Taro is you can come and stake your Taro over here, and you can also stake them in the vault to earn some Fantom. So you can earn the 37% APR in Taro. Now you can earn 16%, and now you can earn 42% APR on Taro, well, in Fantom. So it's crazy. There's yield on yield on yield on yield. And don't forget, remember, you basically just went over to Yearn. You're earning, well, this was 69%. You're earning 9% on your Fantom. You are now opening a vault. You're getting paid 1% on the vault. And now you're borrowing these stable coins and you're bringing them over to Taro over here. And you're earning 37% APR. And now you're taking this token that you earned, the Taro token, and you're now earning 16% APR. And then you are now earning 42% APR. Wait, there's more. When you thought it wouldn't get any more, you're earning the T Fantom token. So now the T Fantom token, if we go to the supply vault, is earning 23% APR. Need I say more? Okay, so let's break it down again. You got yield from Yearn, you got yield from borrowing, you got yield from lending out your stable coins, and now you got yield from the token that you just earned, and now you got yield for staking the token that you just earned, and now you got yield from staking the staked token that you earned, and now the staked token that you staked to earn those staked tokens is now earning you a yield as well. Pretty crazy, isn't it? That's what you can do with stablecoins. That's why I love Fantom. Fantom has like some grassroots junk, and they are literally just like the degen's paradise. So make sure you guys check it out. Those are 3 of my favorite strategies on Fantom. Now the next one I like is Beethoven Finance. You can do the same thing with the stables here, and you can basically earn beets. You can stake your beets, and then you can stake those stake beets to earn F beets, and then you can even stake those over on 0x DAO. So again, there's yield on yield on yield. You can look into these strategies. They have different stablecoin vaults, like right here. It's I'm sorry, this is Fantom DAI, but they have other stablecoin vaults you can check out. You just have to scroll down and look through them. You can actually just simply click stablecoin pools, and it'll pull up a bunch of them for you. So like 20% to 6%. So those are just some you can check out. Next one is also Liquid Driver. Liquid Driver has a really good stablecoin pool all the way at the bottom. It's paying 16% APR. Same thing with Abracadabra Money. They also have a stablecoin pool. You can also use Scream Finance as well. Scream Finance, you can deposit some stablecoins or any of these tokens over here. You can farm the Scream token, and you can borrow some stables against it and get paid to do so. And that's not all. You also have Creditum. I really like Creditum. I've actually been farming Creditum, but you can actually earn 46% in Angle, 46% in credit, or 45%. And you can also earn 39% in credit here. So basically you can call it, 91% on stables, and over here 40% on stables, and you can stake the credit and earn more credit. And you can then take this X credit and deposit it on 0x DAO. Again, these are just a couple strategies I like to do on Fantom. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. These are just some things you guys can use on Fantom. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this brought any value to you guys, share the love. Drop me a like. Smash with that like, because, man, dude, working at Drake's Kitchen, that'll be all right. I like cooking, but it would be nice to be able to keep doing these YouTube videos. So make sure you guys smash up that like, and if you guys want to jump in the Discord, there's a link in the description below. You guys can subscribe to that Patreon link. It's the VIP membership. That will give you access to the Discord, and you will get strategies just like this and more before they even are shown on the public YouTube, and some exclusive content I won't show on YouTube at all. And you guys can see what I'm doing in the market. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, let's leave you guys with a wisdom one-liner. Yo, we in Proverbs chapter 20 verses, I think we should do 5. The purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. This is pretty cool, actually. I've seen this before a lot of times. Say, for example, you come home, and if you have a wife, you notice your wife extremely upset. Instead of just like, what's wrong, honey? Well, I mean, most guys are going to do that. But if you kind of understand or have an understanding of what probably is wrong, you can always hint at that. Because a lot of times more people are often, or more often than not, are just embarrassed to say about it. Let me give you an example of this. Say, for example, your kid comes home from school and he's crying and he's upset. Some parents, they will say, hey, what's wrong? And the kid's like, nothing's wrong at all. Or other parents will be like, was Johnny mean to you today? Or, I don't know, just like, did you not get the good grades? And typically, if it does match what was happening, then they're like, yeah. And so you can kind of figure out what's going wrong. And in my opinion, it kind of matches a little bit with this verse. I mean, not exactly, but I mean, if you look, the purposes of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. So there's a reason why that kid or person is upset. And if you have insight and understanding, you can draw it out and figure out what it is and solve the problem. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you in the next one. You guys can also catch me on tweeters at rent a home fast, like literally at rent a home fast.